What's up, everybody? It's been a little while since I've posted a video. Been a few months, actually. Let me correct myself. But I'm gonna do another video, of course, on this. My hand's not even in film. There we go. On this thing. Been working on it the past few weeks, I'll say. Well, okay, I take it back. We've been working on it ever since the last video, basically. This thing, right now, is not running at all. I can sit there, crank it, press pedal, whatever, anything. Not working. So, what I'm going to do is I've kind of narrowed everything down a little bit to electrical. And I'm thinking, I keep looking over here, my bad. I have a new alternator for it. This guy, right here. It's a little heavy. But, in this alternator, this is the new one, not the old one. There's a voltage regulator. And in the old one, I got it off the car, shook it a little bit, and I could hear something back here where the voltage regulator is shaking around. So, I'm thinking that was bad, because also the little computer thing that I have is like that big. You've probably seen it in the car before. I think I showed it to you in one of the first videos. It was reading, I want to say, it was reading like anywhere between 4 to 9 volts. I mean, it was jumping all over the place. It was like 4, 6, 7, 9, 2. Not 2, it didn't go down to 2. It went to like as low as 4 though, which is not good. Which is why it has me kind of thinking it was that voltage regulator. Sorry, I'm thirsty. But, so, today, we're just gonna kind of replace that. Try to, at least. Not try to. It's going in. I'm telling you that right now. If it doesn't matter if it wants to go in or not. It's going. But I'll show you one little thing here, if I can. That connector, and that connector. Sorry, I didn't put my camera around yet, but those two connectors are both covered in antifreeze. So I have this stuff. It's electric motor cleaning spray. I'm going to use it on this. It's for RC cars or whatever, but it's perfectly fine to use on something like this. It's for electrical. That's electrical. Must mean it's good for it. That's a joke. I've kind of looked at it a little bit. It's safe to use on that. I can clean all the antifreeze out using that. So I'm not just spraying random crap into electrical connectors and hoping that it works. So, I guess without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so, kind of cutting into the video a little bit here. I know in that last clip that you literally just saw, I said, let's get into it, but I'm filming this part of the video after I just filmed the other part of the video, the long part of the video. I'm just kind of letting you know, you are going to see lots of up-close shots of my hands and my forearms. And literally you're going to be staring at an alternator for 25 minutes. I'm just telling you that right now. You could sit this video down and just listen to me talk. There'd be no difference, basically. Just kind of letting you know that. Also, if you would, please like the video, share it with family, friends, strangers, you know, hey, whatever you want to do. And, yeah, leave a comment on maybe stuff you'd like to see. I'm waiting on car show season to roll around here so we can get this thing to a car show. I'd love to film car show videos, like just walking around, showing you guys the cars that are kind of around here or whatever. Leave a comment if you'd actually like to see that, so I'm just not going to car shows, wasting my time. Even if it is a waste of my time, I'm still probably going to do it anyways. But, yeah, back to the video. Alrighty, so, now that we're down here, you can kind of see, you might be able to see how shiny that is. Oh, that's slippery. How shiny all that is. And you might be able to see, there's a little bit, sorry, it's out of frame, a little bit right there inside of that plug. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab this spray, and mainly just for the plug, I'm just going to spray a little bit down in there. Holy crap, this stuff's cold. Sorry, it's a really cold day today. That seems to be doing quite well, actually. Heck to the yeah. I'll even spray a little bit in the back, because it goes all the way through. I have cardboard under this, by the way. Oh, my hand's completely blocking that. I'm sorry if my hand was blocking that the entire time. I'm getting back into the videoing, so bear with me. I mean, that looks like it's doing a pretty good job, actually. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, where did it go? There it is. A little bit of this stuff right here. I know I'm off camera right now, so you can't really see what I'm grabbing. I'm grabbing that 2020 gold, aka toilet paper. All I'm going to do is spritz a little bit of this stuff on that. I swear, if I hit anything else, I'm just going to kind of use this. I know it's an electric cleaner, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm kind of cleaning up this whole thing, actually. Just need to get all this antifreeze off of here. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Can you see that? Yeah. Look at that. That's nasty. That is some nasty stuff. Spray some more on there, I guess. Heck yeah. I'm assuming this is what the issue was after cleaning off these wires. Because that's just coming off of the outside of the wires. That's not what was in there. I don't know if you could see it because my hand was probably covering it up. The crap that was coming out of this plug was kind of concerning looking. But, heck yeah. So that electric cleaner, what it kind of consists of, one of the, I think it was like literally the top ingredient. What was it? It's like isopropanol or isopropyl, whatever it's called. I don't know. Some kind of alcohol. I was originally going to use brake clean, and some of you probably just cringed at me saying that. But after a little bit of research, it's not good to spray brake clean in plugs. So, didn't do that. What I am going to do though is kind of grab this. I want to see if I can get a little demonstration of how dirty it is in there. So I'm going to spray a little bit more of this. Man, that is cold. I'll tell you what. Dang. Shoo. Let's see. Looks like I got most of it out, actually, which is good. You see, there's because that's where it was. There's basically nothing. That probably just came from my fingers, actually. So, go ahead and throw that away. Now what we're going to do is, and this is the, I guess like a headphone warning. If you're wearing headphones, I'm about to use this, and this is probably going to be loud. Or even on your TV or whatever you're watching this on. It's probably going to be a little loud. So that's your warning. I don't feel like adding a little title up in there saying headphone warning or whatever. There we go. Yeah. Dang. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Spray off this whole thing. Yep. Okay. That's enough of that loudness. And by the way, this video length, yes, it's probably going to be a longer video, but you know what? It is what it is. So now, if you can see down in that plug, you can probably see it's not focusing at all. You can probably see that it's less shiny. Just a better demonstration would be like kind of looking on that thing. It is still a little shiny, but way less shiny than it was. Actually, so what I'm going to do is grab some more this 2020 gold, as I called it. And we'll just clean this up just a little bit more. Yep, look at that. That is doing a heck of a job. Kind of stuff that down in there, maybe even a little bit. Look at that. Yeah. Because that just kind of covers this. But we want 0 antifreeze. So, we got a decent amount off of that. Again, throw that away. Now what we're going to do, well, I guess put the alternator on it. I think that's step 2. Now, luckily this alternator did come with fresh hardware, that nut, and that bolt, and the other bolt that goes into that hole. So, actually, real quick, what I'm going to do is sit this down. Make sure I got everything right, make sure everything looks good, which it does. As you can see, that is what goes onto the back of the alternator. And so is that, and so is that, if you couldn't tell. I don't know why I just felt the need to specify that, but I did, so let's get this going, I guess. Where is the big bolt? Well, if I didn't bury absolutely everything in this garage, I'd be able to find stuff. So this will go up here on top. You can see it kind of just goes in. Recaso. So that'll go in first, so it just kind of holds it in place. I'm currently taking off the nut and the bolt off of the back of the alternator. I don't think you really need to see that unless you, for some reason, want to. If you don't know how to take a bolt out, it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. And if righty becomes loosey, like a few bolts on this car have. This thing's dirty, by the way. Holy crap, I just took it out. Look at that. Look at all that silver crap. It was just, that was fresh in the alternator. Dang. Like, that's... Okay, it doesn't look nearly as bad as camera. Like, the whole tip part of my finger is now, like, silver, kind of. Huh. Interesting. But, I guess... let's go ahead and get this in here. Now, as you can see, we have a wide open space here. And my camera... well, I say camera. My phone is, like, perfectly in the way of me. So, do please be patient. There we go. Heck yeah. Look at that. And then, should be this little nut that goes onto the back side right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave that a little loose. A little loosey-goosey. Now, we'll use the new bolt. I still have the old bolt that went onto the bottom of it, but we'll just use this new one. Really what I'm doing right now, I'm not tightening this at all. I'm simply struggling to find this hole for the fun of it. There we go. Okay. So there. That should be, well, maybe not. I don't know. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So that should be in there now. Now what we're going to do is take this belt, make sure it's still in the proper spots over here, down here, in this groove, and up here in this groove. I don't have that in frame, and the reason why I'm not moving my camera at all is I currently have it taped to my car, so that way it doesn't flip forward, because I have it on a tripod right now aiming down at an angle like that. So yeah, it would probably fall over if I did not have the tape on there. And then I believe, actually, no. I'm going to leave it loose for a second until I get these other bolts in here. Just so that way we have a little bit of free movement. So this should go onto that. Actually, let's do this part first, just in case. Make sure everything fits properly in this aspect of it. So what I'm actually going to do, oh, I guess that belt's just going to come right off. No, what I'm actually going to do is find this stupid freaking hole, because it is an absolutely awful spot to get to. When I say an awful spot, I do truly mean an awful spot. It's, I'm going to try to, okay, you won't be able to see it. It's all the way down here, and at the very back is where it's at. And guess what? I can't really fit, like, my one finger's touching it, this finger is, but that's it. It sucks. You also can't really see which way it's supposed to go. But luckily, I know it's supposed to go this way. Okay. There we go. Bam. Kind of heard it lock in there slightly. So that's a thumbs up right there. Heck yeah. If I don't trip over everything else on my way over here. Make sure I'm not blinding you with that light. That looks fine. What we will now do is, using all the new parts, and dropping all the new parts as well. This is the positive. So we'll get the positive down on its little thingy thing down up in there. Tighten that. Hand tighten, of course. Now, pull out the old, what's it, 7/16. Finagle it down in there. Figure out which way is tight, I guess. Is this one even smaller? Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Make it smaller than 7/16. They did. It's smaller than 7/16. Oh, you know what? It's getting the old gold one then on it. I don't feel like pulling out any more wrenches. Plus, all that this is doing is simply holding it on there. It's not like this is the most important part of it, and it has to be. Oh, are they different threads? Like I was just saying, it doesn't have to be whatever. But no, I think it's. Oh man. Two different threads. Yep, so. Well. Oh, they're just barely any different threads. Come on now. Okay, so I don't know if you're able to see that. See that pitch of thread? And you see that pitch of thread? They genuinely look the same, but they are just the tiniest bit different. What size are you then? I know you're fighting with finding what size it is. Of course, it's probably going to be the tiniest little freaking thing imaginable. Again, sorry you can't see me right now, but trying like a, I guess you call it like a commentator, while you're just sitting here staring at an alternator. So, take my jacket off because I'm on fire. And now, we can put this on there. There we go. Again, like I said, what are we at, 16 minutes by now? Yeah. Just kind of taking my time on this video, you know? Here's what it is. It's been a while since I've uploaded. Just kind of cruising along, just kind of working on the car. I guess while I'm at it, you guys can watch this, but I'll also tell you what some of the issues have been, other than it just simply not starting. Sorry, that was me fixing the battery charger. So, for a while, I didn't really notice it, but I had a coolant leak issue, and it started, it started over here, where the lower coolant hose meets the water pump. That's where it started. So I'm figuring it's fine with just, because the clamps were old. I don't know if you remember, but I think it was like in my last video or whatever that I said it. I'd accidentally put one of the clamps the wrong way on accident. So it messed up that clamp. We'll put it on here anyways because I didn't think it would leak. And it didn't leak for a while until I actually, took this thing out and drove it. So, yeah. But now, after I fixed that issue, sorry, is this the right freaking bolt? Yeah, it is. Okay. Anyways, after I thought I fixed that, it didn't fix that. So I was still fighting that same issue of a coolant leak, but I couldn't really figure out where it was coming from. So now I figured out that it was coming from the lower part where it connects to the radiator. And that's where the fun starts. Because what I did first was I got one hose, but it didn't look right. And it was just kind of like messed up or whatever, so I sent it back. And then I got a different hose. I thought it was the same length, but it wasn't apparently. I need a 20-inch, which is what this one is now. I got a 25-inch on accident. So that sucked. I had to return that again. Then I got this one, which has the really flared end where the water pump goes, which is what I needed. And it has the less flared end where the radiator goes, which again is what I needed because they're two different sizes for some reason. But so I got that fixed with the new clamps on it, so that doesn't leak anymore. And then I took it out, I drove it. Sorry, I'm a little winded right now for some reason. Don't know why. Probably all this friggin' bending over I'm doing. But so after I took it out and drove it, there's a tiny little hose over here that goes to the what's it called, overflow. It does leak ever so slightly, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about getting this thing running, which is what happened after I replaced that hose, was it didn't run anymore. Which is why I've replaced, the battery. I'll show you the battery after I get done doing this. I switched over to a Optima red top, which is really good. But, so I've switched over to that now. The old battery was, I think, one of the cells in it was starting to go bad. So it kind of needed a new battery anyways. But, so this new battery still has all the same specs or whatever as the old one. I wanted to get something as similar to it as possible. Because I didn't build this car. So, I'm just trying to leave everything kind of the way that they had it and find the most similar parts to the parts that they have on it, or had on it. So that's why, well, this, if I remember right, I can't remember, in one of my old videos, I could have swore I replaced the alternator. I could be 100% wrong on that, though. But I could have swore that I replaced the alternator. But apparently I didn't. Sorry, this might be like a total sidetrack moment. But apparently I didn't. So whenever I went to the parts store today, they're like, yeah, you never replaced it, never warranted it out, so here, we'll just give you this new one. So I said, heck yeah. So, yeah, this one's totally new. It's slightly different than the other one was, but that's because they couldn't get the other one. Sorry, this thing has 3 different size, like nuts and bolts on it and crap. So I'm just freaking back and forth and back and forth. You know, actually, I'm going to use this little ratchet. But, so, I was like, I don't even remember what I was talking about, honestly. But, yeah. I got the alternator situation figured out at the parts store. Make sure that's tight. Yep. And, like I said kind of earlier in the video, if I remember right, there was something jiggling in the last one, and it wasn't putting out proper voltage. Something that's what caused the issue. But now, with this, and, well, I guess it should be everything. Actually, what I'm going to do, try to get a small zip tie, and kind of zip tie this up to that wire. If I can. I have a tiny zip tie. Can I just point out real quick, after I get this little zip tie? Actually, no, while I'm struggling to get it, I'll show you. We have this giant tub of zip ties, and the little ones are the only ones that aren't in a bag, and they're all the way at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. After that light fiasco, just gonna kind of do this, so that way that one's not just sitting up against the valve cover. Look at that. But, so, before I figured out that any of this was electrical, which I still don't know actually, but I'm banking off of it starting after I put that on there. But before it was electrical, I took off like fuel lines, tested fuel pressures. Well, you can't see it, but the freaking air filter right now is off. Back in your home. Air filter is currently off. I think that's all I need to do. Yes, that was the tape. See, literally that's how I had it. I had this thing stationed in that. And that's how I've been filming this. But I got the air filter off. Literally, I checked all these lines. Because, well, this is the in line. This is the one that goes into the motor. And then that's the return line. 3 fuel lines. Gotta love it. Don't think I need you any more light. And that light right there, very helpful. Brother got it for Christmas. I'm the one that picked it out. The parents are the one that bought it for him. But yeah, those lights are very, very helpful. If you ever work on cars a lot, get one of those. Trust me. But so whenever I took this off of here, I noticed that, like, I didn't think that there's little valves on the sides here. I didn't think those were fully opening how they're supposed to. So I was like, okay, so what could be causing that? The voltage issue is what causes that. So now we should be putting out proper voltage. That's the red top battery that I told you about. It's currently on the charger. Nothing should be leaking, except for that. I'll show you that real quick. See how sketchy that looks? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to say who did that. But, like, electrical tape? Really? Why? Just do it right, okay? Just saying, do it right. Anywho, I'm gonna flip this back to me for a second. Okay, so this should now run. Everything should work now. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because like I said before, it was just, you'd crank it, and it would just sit there, wow, 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 wow. Didn't want to start. So, hopefully, it'll start. Real quick, just for your guys' entertainment, I'll put on this air filter. Because, I say entertainment, it's going to be difficult because A, I got one hand, and B, this thing's typically not the best to get back on there anyways. Okay, seated. Sorry for that, that was probably really loud. Okay. Holy crap, it actually went on there pretty easily. That is an absolute Christmas miracle. Grab the wing nut. Grab freaking go in your hole. Go, hey, look at there. Tighten her down there, bud. Heck yeah. No need to crank it down, just tighten it down. Now, the only thing that I have to do for this to technically start is hook that battery back up. But I am a respectful little brother. My older brother is currently asleep because he works third shift. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to stop this video for now and then pick back up probably here in a few hours whenever he's awake. So, I'll see you guys here in a little bit, I guess. Temporarily bye. Alrighty, duck down a little bit here. My brother's apparently already awake because apparently it's a lot later than I thought it was. So, I guess what that means, it's time to see. I'm basically shaking right now, seeing if this thing's gonna start. So badly need it and want it to start. So let's, without further ado, can't lie to you, I'm nervous right now. I want it to start so bad. I'm actually going to check the computer system first real quick, make sure it works, because last time I had the battery disconnected for a longer period of time, the computer didn't reset itself, but it kind of like got a little confused for a second, so it was like, hey, what are you doing? So I had to kind of go through, reset it a little bit, and it wound up fixing itself to where the computer worked again. But now I kind of need the computer and the car to work, so bear with me if it takes a second, but I'll tell you whenever everything's ready. So just kind of bear with me because you're all the way over there. Alright, just doing this again. Alright. It did it again. It just said loading error, TF card error or something like that, which is the little card in it that holds the storage, holds memory and everything. So all I did was just pop the card out for a split second, put it back in. Computer worked fine. Let's try to start the car. for a second to get all the fuel through the system. It was cranked for so long without fuel actually getting into the system. I'm letting it all run through now, build up that pressure again because there's no air, otherwise the drip's going to go burn out. But yeah, I can smell it. I think it's running a little. It was running a little rich. The smell's already starting to go away. But so now what I'm going to do, turn it off, try that again. I'm not going to pause the video or whatever, because I'm sure you guys probably like that sound. I love that sound personally, and if you don't like it, then that offends me. Let's try it again. If it starts up for a second time, I will be the happiest man on planet Earth. I'm calling it. I'm telling you. It started, but something was squeaking. Probably that belt. Let's see. Did it come loose or something? It might be a tad bit loose. I want to try to tighten up this belt real quick. It might be, like I said, just a tad bit loose. And then, sorry. I'm going to tighten up that belt real quick. Because like I said, it might be a tiny bit loose. And then I'll be back and we'll start it up again. Okay, so tighten that belt up again, just a little bit more, because there was a little bit of slack in it actually, so that might have been that sound. Actually, let me double check this other belt. Yeah, other belt, perfect. So let's start it up again, because that was an amazing feeling. By the way, what I'm doing whenever I'm letting it sit here, you might be able to hear that thing turn on and shut off. That's the fuel pump up there. It's priming itself. That's what that is. Just figured I'd let you know. All right. I guess I'm going to let this sit here and run for a while. You guys probably don't need to see that. But what you might want to hear is what I'm going to do next, which is take this big tripod, put it right here, and rev it a little bit. You might want to hear that. Thank you so very much for watching. Again, like I said in the beginning, please do like, subscribe, share the video.